I'd like it to focus on today's first reading and then move on to the gospel. In the first reading, Moses encourages people to follow God's commandments. Now, why do you suppose that he wants people to follow his commandments? Is it because he wants us to be, tied to rules and not enjoy our life? No. What about parents who have rules for their children? Do they have rules so that they can enjoy watching their children suffer and be bound by restrictions? No. Parents give their children rules because they love them and they worry about them. If children didn't have rules and boundaries, their lives would be a wreck. If the children didn't have a bedtime and they were allowed to go to bed whenever they wanted, for example, for sure the children would have a hard time staying awake in school and a very difficult time learning. And think of this. If we didn't have traffic signs, traffic lights, and we didn't have rules or driver's license related to driving, imagine how dangerous it would be when we're driving around. But we have those laws in place to keep us safe. God gives us those commandments because he loves us and wants us to live well and be safe. And the commandments also help us to love God and to love other people. When we look at someone who is holy, they're holy because they love God and love other people. Now let's talk about today's gospel. Jesus was criticizing people because they were so fastidious about following Jewish law and all of the rules. So why did Jesus have a problem with those people that were like that? Well, it's because they were so busy following rules that they forgot to love other people and show compassion. Those laws are in place to teach Jewish people how to wash dishes, how to use their money. All of those things were important to them, but it didn't allow them to focus on loving other people. Instead, they were judgmental and critical of others. They did that because they were just following the rules. And Jesus said, no, you also have to show love. So how does all of this relate to us Catholics? Well, let me give you an example. You know how we have rules in Catholicism, and some people follow this one very strictly about not having meat on Fridays. But there are a few Catholics who follow the rule strictly, but criticize other people and judge other people if they do eat meat on Fridays. And they also don't love or have compassion for other people. And my question is, where is your love? Where is your compassion? Where is your mercy? Why aren't you helping people? Now, some Catholics, yes, they're strict and give up meat on Fridays. And then they might be hungry, but that's also to make them realize and have compassion for people that are going hunger. So giving up that meat, they could give that to somebody who's poor, and that would teach us to have compassion for others. So we get to become a holy person by loving God and loving other people. Thank you, and God bless you.